Hey YouTube, it's David, and I'm doing a reply video to MegacapitalG's video. He talks about Herald of Perfection. So why does nobody play this? Okay, first of all, Herald of Perfection is a broke deck, and I've seen some builds with Happy Lover, and it's an interesting build, very unique and original. Regardless, it gets the job done. Herald Perfection basically, if you don't know this, basically says only ritual summoned with Dawn of the Herald. When your opponent activates a spell, trap, or effect, monster effect, send one fairy from your hand. You can send one fairy from your hand to the grave to negate the activation and destroy it. So it's a very powerful, it's an annoying ass card. I personally like the deck. I've been playing with it for a month already, and I personally think that it's just best with agents. Okay, first of all, I'm going to try to answer MegacapitalG's answer as best I can, and then I'm going to talk about my opinion of the deck. So why does nobody play this? Okay. Personally, I think it's because there's a large amount of vanillas. The agent version runs 5 vanillas, but the Dino Rabbits run 6. So anyway, like, this is a pretty, I mean, obviously the weakness of the deck is drawing into these, but regardless, your goal is to dig them out as fast as possible with the Manju, Sonic Bird, or if you run Sanju, and you got 3 preparation of rights. It's a 3 road of the deck basically. And if, like, let's say the advanced ritual artist gets solemn warninged, activate this and you get the ritual back. You search this and you get this from the grave. I personally think the deck's really good. It runs really good with the agents. You got 2 Earth, 3 Venus, 2 Christia, 3 Hyperion. The deck's really scary if you have, let's say you open up with Herald and you have like Earth, and then next turn you draw Hyperion. Like, now your opponent's really pressured to do something. If not, you'll negate everything and blow everything up, and the duel quickly with Master Hyperion. Honestly, I think I've been tinkering with this deck. I've seen a build in the OCG, and it runs even this one, Hecatrice and Valhalla. And if you open up Herald of Perfection and no Mystic Shine Ball, and you have this, you can do if you send 3 Shine Balls, ditch this, and then you have 4 fairies for Christia. I personally think you're supposed to just drop Herald as soon as possible, and then just keep searching with the Manjus and the prep, and apply pressure to your opponent with the agents. It's really hilarious when you open up Dark Factory, because you get more vanillas from grave. That's all you're supposed to do, is just negate your opponent's shit. And you can also dig with Upstart Goblin. I even seen Robert Yajin at regionals. He was trolling the regionals with this, and he was 3-0, and he had to go, which is unfortunate. And then he told me, like, his build's on core TCG, and I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. But I think this is gonna be a really good counter to E-Dragons, because think about it, you go Herald of Perfection, they can't get over this. They have to activate their effects. You just negate everything, and yeah, you just win from there. Siding, I think, is personally very hard. I'm probably gonna side deck 3 Prohibition, but it is a very tight space for siding. I only personally think you're supposed to side deck like 2, 3, 4 cards, and that's about it, because you don't want to ruin the flow of this deck. And we're gonna get more support in Tachyon. You can overlay 2 fairies for Fairy Chair Girl. So, like, let's say you summon Manju, get a search. Next turn, summon Manju, get a search. Overlay for Fairy Chair, and you detach to draw a card. So obviously you keep replenishing your hand that you deplete with Fairy Chair. And in the Judgment of Light, we're getting Herald of Sacred Light. That allows you to put your dead vanillas in the deck, and then recycle some fairies from grave, and makes your advanced ritual art dead less often. This oh my gosh, I wish this advanced ritual art was at 3. But it's a degenerate deck. I don't care, but I mean, think about it. Like, a lot of these decks that are coming out, they're degenerate. You can't say E-Dragons are not degenerate. You can't say the new Prophecy deck is not degenerate. you can't say evil storms are not degenerate, because like the way that this game is going, it's just you just have to play degenerate. No, I'm not saying you had to play degenerate decks, but it's just the way it's going. But anyway, that's enough going on a tangent over there. Let's see. A few topics I want to cover with the deck. Like, the deck does take some skill. I don't care what anyone says. Let's say you have obviously you have the Herald out, and let's say your opponent is just trying to recklessly negate, trying to recklessly bait out your stuff so you can negate. You have to think, okay, should I let it go? Because you only have a certain amount of fairies in your hand. You should think, should I let this go? Is this a threat to Herald? Is this a threat to my life points? Is this a threat to the game state? Can I control my opponent? This deck's all about controlling. All about controlling. Can you control your opponent? And is your Herald in trouble? BLS can beat over it. You got JDs. But Mermills have a very tough matchup against this. And yeah, it does lose the DeFi macro, but like the top deck is Mermills, and that loses the DeFi and macro, but that's not stopping people. The deck's still amazing. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think I just had the Jupiter in because of Ophion. You know, getting Ophion, that's gonna really kill this deck. Yeah, I really don't think people will try this deck out because it's a different deck. It's way different than Dynarb. It's not summon rescue at set 5. It's you summon this and you sit on it and you negate it. But I like this deck. It's actually pretty consistent. Like it's just really good. And oh yeah, you can main deck Decrees too if you want. And there's another card called Vanity's Emptiness. I think that's gonna become a really good card when E-Dragons come out, because that's gonna change our format. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I look forward to trolling the locals with this deck again. It's really good. I would suggest you try it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. And if you guys want my deck list, I can like help you guys out and post it. But so that's my video. That's my response video to MegacapitalG's Herald of Perfection video. And I'll see you guys later.